Can you believe that it's been 4 years since we were first jump scared by this trailer? A lot of people weren't expecting a new Splatoon game at all on the Switch. We were all still having the time of our lives with main power-up. But nonetheless, at the end of the February Nintendo Direct, we were given our first glimpse of Splatoon 3. You know what, man? This is making me want to play Splatoon 3 right now. Let's see what's happening in the game. Wait, a Splatfest is coming? And there's one thing that many people don't give Splatoon 3 credit for. It's the amount of expression and customization that it has. Splatoon 1 and 2 were fine, but Splatoon 3 really adds a level of personality that should be appreciated more. There's now gender neutral options, so you can design your character without having to fit one box or another. There's also more hairstyles, eye colors, emotes, and outfits than in Splatoon 1 and 2. Like, I can make my character dab on the enemy team now. Did we just grow numb to this? One thing I wish they would have done, though, was make use of the real estate over here. Don't get me wrong, Splatsville is still the best hub we've gotten so far. These places here just feel like a tease of something that we never got. Over here we can have some records of our game data that goes beyond what we have in the app. Over here we could play some mini games like in the past Splatoon games. Here I could buy a big man phone case or something. I don't know. And of course I can't forget about the weapons in this game. You have 11 main weapon classes, 14 different sub weapons, and 19 different special weapons. There has to be something here that fits your playstyle. The carbon roller is great for people who like fighting up close and personal. The hydra splatling is great for people who like burying their opponents in enemy fire from afar. The squeezer is great for people who like a high skill ceiling with the weapon that they play, and it's probably going to be even more terrifying to fight if Splatoon 4 has mouse controls. Each weapon class also got at least one new addition. If you like using brushes but you don't want to strain your finger from all the flicking, you have the paintbrush. If you like Splatanas and enjoy nailing the one-shot kills in particular, the decapitator makes that easy. If you like using rollers and losing, then the big swigs have you covered. Of course, this vast selection would be even better if there were third kits, but it's fine, it's fine. I personally like being a jack of all trades, so I'm going to go with the 10 attack splatter shot. As you can see, I'm kind of a master with this weapon already. This is one of the only weapons I'm ever going to 5-star. It takes a ridiculous amount of time to 5-star one weapon, and there are 143 kits in this game. I'm sorry, completionists, but unless you want to eat, sleep, and excrete Splatoon, just take the L on getting all the 5-star badges. Alright, I feel like playing some ranked today. I wouldn't be mad if I saw some Robo Ramen, some Museum del Foncino, some Mako Mario rotation right now. You know what, let's just do Turf War instead. Let's go. You always know you're playing Turf War when there's at least one arrow spray in the match. Whoa there, buddy, you should have died there. Man, the lag is crazy. This was my first game. Let's try that again without the disconnects. Hopefully Splatoon 4 on the Switch 2 has much better online multiplayer. Oh, who am I kidding? It won't. It isn't a turf war without an arrow spray or sploosh trying to run into your base. You guys would probably have a much higher success rate of sneaking behind enemy lines if half these maps weren't anorexic. Just keep throwing those booyah bombs, y'all. Eventually one of them will be the thing that kills half of our team and gives you a chance to win. In the meantime, hold this bomb for me. Thanks, Monica. Well, isn't that an anomaly? We were able to hold down the fort for the entire match. Usually what happens is we do that for 2.5 minutes, get wiped and lose. Then I proceed to pace around my room, blaming my team even though I died right with them. Guess Splatoon 3's feeling generous today. Now this is a ranked rotation I can get behind. Splat zones on Hagglefish and Marlin. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all to see you. Guys, there's only so many times we can triple ink strike this zone before we need to just start splatting these guys before they splat us. I need y'all to back me up here. Okay, I'll deal with the guy here, and what the heck just happened? All 3 of you were supposed to be inking the zone. Man, y'all are trash. This is why I don't play ranked. Okay, maybe I should just take a break. Actually, I've got a better idea. See, whenever you're on the verge of raging in splat zones, instead of taking a break like a normal person, just pick up the Explasher. It's like turning on casual mode, where you can decompress on one of these vantage points, cap zone all by yourself, and bonk any enemies who think they can hide from you. That was a fun few battles. Honestly, now that you can't see other players' levels, I forget they're even in the game half the time. It might be a good thing that people can't see other stats anymore, because my catalog level is not looking good right now. I remember when I would max out the first and second catalog when the game first came out. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. It's okay though, I'm still gonna complete it by the end of the season. As soon as I get this homework done. It's still crazy how much of an upgrade Salmon Run went through from Splatoon 2 to 3. I wasn't even sure it would return in Splatoon 3 at all, let alone become one of the best parts of this game. Salmon Run got its own limited time events, 3 King Salmonids that I almost never called by their official names, and became much harder than it was in Splatoon 2. Like, in Splatoon 2, you could be half focused and still get the quota. Meanwhile, in Splatoon 3, it's like, guys, come on! Kozone is the easiest King Salmonid in the game! I just want to win this so I can possibly get some gold scales! No! Turf is one of those modes I always forget about, but when I remember it, it's always a blast to play in. In Fresh Season 2024, they added some new maps that are much more complex than the old ones, so if you haven't played since then and have purchased the DLC, you should check it out again. Just make sure that you build separate decks for some of these maps. I thought I could just use the single player meme deck I made, and I can't fit Shiver's big head anywhere. I feel like Return of the Mammalians was a very overlooked single player. It kept a lot of the Octo expansion formula that people loved, had some interesting level design, and a Super Mario Sunshine boss fight baked into it. Hello? One of my favorites was One Way Ride Through Target Town, aka the Stringer level that everyone died way too much in. This level served as a prelude to the abusive relationship that all players enter when they pick up the Tri-Stringer for a multiplayer match. I hope that Deep Cut shows up in the next single player campaign. They were fun to fight against in this one, but I love it if they team up with us at the very start of Splatoon 4. Maybe Fry's Eel Attack or Shiver's Shark could be single player exclusive specials that we can use. Just don't bring back the Squid Sisters for another campaign. Please, let Callie and Marie finish their 20s without having to fight an army or save the planet. Speaking of aging idols, as Splatoon 4 releases in 2026, it will release the year that Pearl turns 30. You see this woman here with her 4'10" height, puffy jacket, and Chuck E. Cheese shades? Yeah, she's older than the majority of you watching. Y'all aren't just lesbians, you're ancient lesbians. Side Order was another fun single player campaign that allowed you to break it in almost any way that you wanted. You could move around at the speed of sound with the brush, you could make a blaster that fires quickly and runs out of ink even quicker, you could turn the 30-year-old into the Terminator, you could do anything. There were also some neat enemies in the campaign that could really put you in a pickle if they overwhelmed you. There was the Battering Lento, the Drizzling Capriccioso, and these two letdowns with this campaign is that eventually you run into a lot of the same levels and dialogue through your replays, and the main story is only like 2 hours long. But it is always fun to come back to this campaign every now and then to try out some new stuff. I mean, after all, you wouldn't want to leave poor little Smallest lonely up in the spire of order now, would you? God, I can't believe he went from this to this. Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby, I'm telling you. The only character that was done worse in this campaign was Ock because of how much they had to put up with Pearl and Marina in that elevator. Overall, it's been fun looking through all the parts of Splatoon 3. The game had some stumbles over the course of its life, looking at you mincemeat and screen, but don't let that distract you from all the good things that this game did. It entertained you for 2 years. It had some jaw-dropping, unforgettable events. You can skip the news now. I never thought I'd see the day. And Splatoon 3's still not completely done just yet. There's still seasonal Splatfest, repeat Splatfest, big runs, and dumb fun challenges going on. The Chocolate Splatfest, Trizuka Challenge, and Rainmaker Challenges are all taking place this month, so we still have things to do while we wait for Splatoon 4. And that's probably a good thing, because we aren't seeing that until 2026 minimum. So in the meantime, let's all enjoy Splatoon 3. And bully Nintendo for the Grand Festival OST. Come on, put them in the jukebox. I'm no longer asking.